going on, guys? It's me, Shades, and we're back again with another video. We're not doing PokeNexus this time around. We're doing something a little different. And yeah, today, as you can see from the screen, we're doing a draft league, and I'm really excited for this to finally start. It's been a few weeks since I joined the server for this draft league. I found a really good group of people to play with, and a lot of people to play with. There's 18 people here. They had to separate them with the conferences, the Sun Conference and a Moon Conference. And yeah, I think I'll be recording my battles with the many amazing people in this draft league in the server and showing you guys some new techs that I come up with every week. Now, just to preface, this is a Gen 7 Ultra Sun Ultra Moon draft, and as you can see, these are the draft boards. Honestly, the documents that these guys have pulled up, it's really amazing. uh, they pulled out all the stops for this. The drafting process was really fun. And yeah, so I am in the Moon Conference, and I'll show you my team that I drafted. I was the 5th round pick, and this team over here is what I came up with. Now we have Landorus and Mega Diancie, paired with Heatran, Tapu Bulu, Halucha, Cresselia, Scizor, Superior, Drampa, and Stakataka. Now, with it being a Gen 7 draft, there's bound to be Z moves, and what they decided on was Z captains. And if we switch back to this page, everything highlighted in green are the Z captains. We couldn't go under 12 points, so my Z captains were Stakataka and Tapu Bulu. And this week we will be going up against my friend named Nikki, and Nikki has a really solid team. I'll go into I do have a team built for them. I will go into it later on. As you can see, they were the 3rd round pick in the Moon Conference, and they managed to nab Zeraora and Mega Mawile, which was really crazy, mainly because we did have some people coming in late to the draft, which meant that they were skipped, and he was able to get Mega Mawile. So yeah, this doc is really insane. It shows you the speed tiers. You can like go specifically in the matchup as well. Really cool. Even shows you some cool moves as well. But anyways, we should probably get into the team. Now here is the team. I'm gonna go over it in Showdown because I want to. What I noticed first was that his team really didn't have a good defensive backbone. As you can see here, he only really relies on Skarmory, Mew, and then maybe Gligar. And Gligar was a lower tier pick, which I don't think he'd bring to such an offensive team that I have built, especially because it relies on Eviolite, and I have many knockoff Pokemon like Landorus, Superior, even Scizor, and the switches that would come in for really punish it. So it really was just up to Skarmory and Mew. Of course, I don't know this right now. I haven't even battled him. Maybe he does bring Gligar. But really what I saw was that once I get Skarmory and Mew damaged enough, I can clean them up with Landorus and Mega Diancie. Like, nothing really like switching in. Of course, he has his threats against me, and specifically it's Mega Mawile and Mamoswine. My team is primarily, like a grassy team with the aim to, alleviate the earthquake pressure with mons like Heatran benefiting from it. But still, a Pokemon like Mamoswine has always been a threat. And, with its Ice Stab, with its Earthquake, and its coverage moves, it can really be a problem. So getting into the team, we brought Mega Diancie first with a Moonblast Earth Power, Power Gem, and Rock Polish. Rock Polish in the end game, it outspeeds everything, and it one-shots pretty much everything. At worst, it 2-hit KOs everything, which is really insane. We have the speed enough to outspeed Keldeo, which was the next benchmark. Yep. And then the rest in defense, just to give myself that extra bit of bulk. Next, we do have a physically defensive Cresselia. This is mainly to stuff in and come in on Mamoswine, Salamence, Zeraora even. I don't think he's going to bring Incineroar, but it also stops Incineroar unless it's like choice banned. Because this thing is bulky. It's pre-nerf, 120, 120, 130. Its moveset is Thunder Wave, Moonlight, Moonblast, and Lunar Dance. Moonblast mainly because it can start damaging Keldeo and Salamence. And Thunder Wave just gives us really good progress against the Pokemon that might bring a Scarf. specifically Keldeo, maybe even Mamoswine, maybe even Salamence. Next, we had a fully physically defensive Scizor with U-Turn, Roost, Defog, and Bullet Punch. The cool thing about this guy was that he comes in on their Skarmory, which I'm certain will be the hazard setter for the game, and it can defog and then can U-turn out. And if I've scouted him, he might bring Iron Head Skarmory for the Diancie, but if it's not, then I can just U-turn out and punish a hazard. Of course, if I am slower, then I get slow U-turns as well, and that'll be beneficial. Next, we have a Choice Scarf Heatran, and this one is modest. So when I was testing, I noticed that I could outspeed everything except for Zeraora. So I had no reason to be timid, because Modest Scarf did outspeed everything that wasn't Scarfed. And it just gave me the extra bit of power with Overheat, Flamethrower, Nature Power, and Stealth Rock. What Overheat does is that it has an 80% chance to Oko Mamoswine, which I thought was really useful. And of course, this guy is our rocker. We can always bluff like I don't know. I don't know what you can bluff with Choice Scarf, but it is useful. And the extra bit of bulk does make us live a +2 Sucker Punch from Mawile. And you'll notice throughout this team, I'm hyper aware of Mawile and Mamoswine. Next, I think this is the most fun set that I'm bringing. It's fully physically defensive, bold Tapu Bulu, Giga Drain, Iron Defense, Taunt, and Nature's Madness. Now, the idea with this guy was that I could come in on Skarmory, I could taunt the Skarmory to stop it from roosting, and then since I'm Iron Defense, it's Iron Heads or Brave Birds, they won't do that much damage. Also, we could come in on Zeraora, and we can come in on Keldeo, and we don't have to fear any Scalds. So it really is a blanket check to pretty much everything on his team. And with Iron Defense, we can take some hits from Mamoswine and just completely kill it with Giga Drain in the terrain. So yeah, I am excited for this team. I guess I haven't been going over the EV spreads for Cresselia and Tapu Bulu like the speeds that you saw. This 220 is for Jolly Mawile, just in case we want a Thunder Wave and Lunar Dance first. And then this is for Adamant Mawile. I don't think he brings max speed Jolly just because my team is a little bit bulky, and I think he'd want the power. Not to mention that Mawile is his slowest Pokemon, and I don't think he hopes to outspeed anything much else with the extra speed investment from Jolly. Because I think he does expect me to run some speed EVs as well. And then finally we have our secondary wall breaker. It's a Rock Polish Smackdown Earth Power Substitute Landorus there, Landorus Incarnate. Now, sorry, this guy, he's pretty funny. Like with a Rock Polish, if we have Mamoswine removed, it can kill everything on the team. Substitute is mainly there just in case his Mawile gets out of hand, we can substitute on a Sucker Punch and guarantee the kill. But otherwise, I only really need Smackdown and Earth Power because his flyers are weak to ground once they're smacked down. Specifically Skarmory, and Salamence is dying to an Earth Power. So, Rock Polish, again, we're running that alongside Diancie because with one Rock Polish, we don't really need a boosting move because our Pokemon are already so strong and his team is already a little too frail to keep up with that. I think if I can get a Rock Polish off in the end game, I will be able to win. Now, Substitute did used to be Psychic, so we could always kill the Keldeo. But after thinking about it, I feared the Sucker Punch a little more. We did have answers into Keldeo with Cresselia and Tapu Bulu. So I didn't think it was that needed, and Earth Power already did 91% max, so even with like some chip, we should be fine. And yeah, that is the team. I am really excited to get my first game under my belt. And that's not to say Nikki doesn't have a very threatening team. I'm really scared of the Mawile and Mamoswine. I don't think he's bringing Incineroar, but Incineroar could be a little interesting if he does bring it. I do have Heatran, and I do have the offensive guys to outspeed and kill it. But still, it is something to look out for. And yeah, next time you'll see me, I'll be in battle with Nikki. See you guys. Just going over some other optimizations I did miss, specifically you might have noticed I am running nature power on this Heatran, and that is for the grassy terrain, turning it into energy ball, which can kill Keldeo, which is going to be really cool if I do pull that off. Furthermore, we want to be the thing with Nature's Madness is that it doesn't matter if we're physical or special. Nature's Madness will always grab some progress against the team. And since Tapu Bulu is going to be coming in so many times on Pokemon like Zeraora, Keldeo, or even stuff like Skarmory, it can always grab some damage with Nature's Madness. And pairing that with Taunt, we can always stop recovery from Skarmory. And then if we can paralyze Mew with Cresselia, we can also taunt that. So I think these two work in conjunction really well together. And something to note is that +6 Iron Defense does completely stuff Mega Mawile if we can taunt it. So then it can't drop boosts. And then we can Nature's Madness into Giga Drain. So yeah, we do have this all thought out. We are hoping that we don't let Mawile come in for free. I guess it really doesn't set up on anything other than Cresselia, which can be a problem, but specifically something to note is that Mega Diancie does live a +4 Sucker Punch, so if things worse comes to worse, we can still revenge kill it somehow. So yes, I'm more scared of Mawile than I am of Mamoswine. Maybe that's, that's gonna bite me in the ass, but we do have this Depth Scizor. But yes, I'll see you guys when the battle starts. All right, we have the challenge, and let's do this. He does bring Mamoswine, he does bring Mawile. That's great. Okay, so I have my damage calc here. Go like have fun. So like I really like the Cresselia lead right now. My team is here, all of it. Yeah, we should be good. Let's just lead Cresselia. We can get off a Thunder Wave. Although if he goes Zeraora, it's a little annoying, but I think it should be good. He did bring the Mamoswine, so it is very interesting. Now, Diancie. I do want to just calc really quickly how much Diancie is doing to Mamoswine. Yeah, that's amazing damage, so... And then Ice Shard's not doing that much. So unless this is Assault Vest, we can do some really good damage. He does go into Mew. I will just Thunder Wave. Okay, that's an okay start. It might be Choice Scarf. It is U-turn. Oh, let's go. We got the Mawile paralyzed turn 1. We'll go Heatran. We do live a Sucker Punch, so we're just gonna throw off a Flamethrower. That's totally fine. We're gonna go into our... Do I go BULU? Do I go Chris? No, we'll go BULU. I'm second guessing myself. Let's go BULU. I'm not too sure right now, actually. I don't know if he does double or not. I did get it paralyzed, which is really nice. And as I said in the team preview, Nature's Madness always gets progress. So he does bring the Scald. I will just Nature's Madness. And then we're gonna taunt. Then and then we're gonna Iron Defense. Oh my goodness. Yo, this is crazy. Oh, it really depends on what the Mew has. If it has like poison jab or something. Mew. This looks like it's Scarf. Let's go to Tapu Bulu. What does Mew learn? I mean, what does it learn? Gets poison jab. Okay, gets a bunch of moves. Now, Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that's fine. That is totally fine. Wisp. Totally fine by me. I'm gonna go back to Bulu. It is high Iron Head. That's good to know. I was scared of poison move. That's why I didn't switch out. Because I think Flash Cannon would also be pretty decent into my team. Does go Mawile. We have a Heatran, so. Oh, you know what would be amazing? If I clicked Nature Power. I'm gonna do it. No! That would have been so good. That would have been amazing. I have no idea what this guy's gonna do, I'm not gonna lie. But Diancie. Now Skarmory is super low, which is really nice. I wonder. Diancie Mega versus a Mamoswine. We don't really live, which could be a problem, so. And Zeraora might be carrying Iron Tail, so that's also. Oh, okay. Mawile. Earth Power. Yeah, no, I don't kill. Going back to Heatran. And then, honestly, I'm clicking Overheat. No, Flamethrower. Or do I click Rock? I'll Flamethrower. This is fully specially defensive. Does it have Earthquake? I'm not too sure, actually. Oh, it does, but we do live. Okay. Yikes. That was scary. But this is still fine. I guess we can't really sucker punch it down, which is annoying, but should be fine. Do still have Scizor for the Mamoswine. If you go Skarmory, we're smacking down and clicking Earth Power. Zeraora is a little iffy. We still have Tapu Bulu, so. And then I think next time, I'm not sure actually. We need the Mawile to die. I didn't expect Earthquake, but hey, that's fine. Do have a Scizor for this. We will be clicking U-turn. Although I do want to see Mamoswine versus Scizor, Tectonic Rage. Oh wow, that does kill. That's pretty scary. Okay, we get to go into this finally. And we're just gonna kill it with Power Gem. Nice. So no, he has no more hazards, which is great. Which is really great. I might use my Heatran. I might actually just Lunar Dance my Heatran if worse comes to worse. I think that's probably a good play. Cause I feel like it might be Scarf. Actually, I better go back up here and see. Tapu Bulu took 31. Okay, so that is specs damage. So this thing is pretty useful. This is annoying though. I really want to damage this. So we'll go into Scizor. We don't need this defog anymore. Although the Mamoswine is a little scary. We are paralyzed though. Actually, we have paralyzed it, so we're just gonna U-turn actually. 94, that's fine. Yep. Lunar Dance. Heatran. Now we can just flamethrower. We always live. Let's go. All else dead. We still have this, what do you call it? This is or for the Mamoswine. And this TAPU BULU, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's a chance for me to see if I'm faster. Okay, I'm not. It is Life Orb. Interesting. No idea what this does, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is fine. We did get the Iron Defense off. I'm gonna... Overheat is crazy. Overheat is crazy. Oh, I'm gonna throw off a Giga Drain. This is done really well. Yikes, that is doing such less damage. Okay, we have... Do not crit me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no, this is not a good play actually. He's gonna Earthquake. Yeah. Let's grab a sub on the U-turn. Of course, we just kill this. Okay, I think we win. I just sack my, wait. Yeah, no, I sack BULU. Go Scizor, I Bullet Punch. This is actually not totally over. I'm gonna take the Bullet Punch damage. We're gonna go here. We do live Earthquake from this guy now. But we don't need to. It's fine. We Moonblast. Do some nice damage. How much did Bullet Punch do? Okay, we're always faster. So I think we just take the Moonblast damage. Then we Bullet Punch. And then we win. Yep. We should be good. Because, yeah, we're always faster. And the Bullet Punch comes in really, really clutch. GG. That was a really good game. Tapu BULU did what Tapu BULU came to do. I'm so happy. I'm so happy BULU pulled its weight. That was so fun. That was so cool. I love that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be going over the replay maybe, who knows, but hey, this was a really fun match. I'm not sure if I did things correctly most of the time. It was a little hard, and I think I did start babbling on during the battle, but
I hope you guys enjoyed. My heart was beating. I really wanted the TAPU BULU to work. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Peace.